listening to Radio Free Utopia, bringing truth to Utopians 24 hours a day. Welcome.
I still miss you, Rhonda, after all these years.
Also joining us from his lock cell is Raul Tejada, master mechanic who can be executed at any time. Hello, Raul. Or should that be hola?
Oh, either one works.
Today you die, Raul! I command it!
Ooh, Raul! Supreme Commander Tabitha says you died today. Any reaction?
I'm going to obey Supreme Tabitha. Claro. Whatever she say. Just I feel so bad I die before I fix her special robot.
To the town of our free rode a stranger one fine day. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was an Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back alive or maybe dead. And he said it didn't matter, he was after Texas Red, after Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't worry, men that tried before were dead. 20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip. 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the ranger is still talked about today. Texas Red had not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip.
You're listening to UNC, the Utopia Christian news channel with breaking news. The execution of Master Mechanic Raul Tejada has again been commuted for a period of 24 hours to allow time for important repairs.
This time, you'll get it done, Raul!
Joining us from his cell to comment on the situation is Raul Tejada. Raul!
Hi, Rondo.
What's your take on the situation?
All I want is to make the special robot work again. You know, I give it my best.
We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor, during which Raul will contemplate how lucky he is to be alive.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you, honey. 'Cause you got sense enough to know it's a sin to tell a lie. Whole lot of folks' heart is done been broken just over a whole lot of foolish words that's been spoken.
I love you, yes I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Are you tired of getting chased because you're bigger than humans and scaring them? Did you kill some and they overreacted? Are two-head bear people shooting at you and battle cattle mooing? Beware the battle cattle.
Leave the fear behind.
Leave the fear behind. Meet at the mountaintop. Enjoy life in a state of utopia. Free, safe, secure.
Freedom limited to following the commands of best friend Tabitha. Safety not guaranteed against siege or assault by two-head bear people or battle cattles. Many infractions are punishable by death. No allowances for dumb misunderstandings.
Utopia, come feel the difference.
Heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number one was when you left me. I never knew I could hurt this way. And heartache number two was when you came back again. You came back but never meant to stay. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score.
Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end. Heartache number 3 was when you called me and said that you were coming back to stay. With hopeful heart I waited for you, knocked on the door. I waited, but you must have lost your way. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, troubles by the score. Every day you love me less, each day I love you more. Yes, I've got heartaches by the number, a love that I can't win. But the day that I stop counting, that's the day my world will end.
Welcome back, Utopia. It's time.
Time for what, Rhonda?
True eye seeing time. I see that you're already wearing your true eyes, best friend Tabitha, along with your head of true hair. What do you see?
I see Neil.
First generation Neil from down the mountain? Oh, and what is he up to?
Standing outside his shack down there.
In the same spot as before, or has he moved?
A little.
Wow, it must be so exciting to see and know all. What a powerful reminder of your ultimate authority and power for our listeners.
I see Mo.
Mo the centaur? Favorite centaur Mo? What's he up to?
Licking the gate. Wants out of the pen.
Now I'm almost afraid to ask, but do you see any, threats out there?
Threats all around us, converging like a noose, tightening. 2-head bear people astride battle cattles.
Not the dreaded battle cattle training to hunt mutants. Would it be going too far to say that your gift of true eyesight is the only thing saving our community from annihilation? Because I think it's so important for everyone, even the dum-dums, to know how impossible it is to sneak up on us. More after this. have with me best friend Tabitha, who has something important she'd like to share.
Well, Rhonda, I'm a little concerned about the number of humans that keep coming to Black Mountain.
Humans? Here? Oh, why do you think they do that?
Honestly, I think they're a little jealous of the ideal society we've built here, Rhonda, and I can't blame them. We have everything we need here. Food, shelter, safety, entertainment. It really is a paradise.
There's no arguing with the truth, is there?
But humans need to be aware that Black Mountain is no place for them. In fact, it's even dangerous for them here.
Why is that?
First of all, there's the radiation. That warm, peaceful glow that we all know and love doesn't have the same effect on humans. You see, humans are weak and have an inherent defect that causes them to fall apart when exposed to radiation.
That sounds terrible. How do they stand it? Radiation's like everywhere.
I know. They truly have a hard lot in life, which may explain why they're so irritable all the time.
I don't know about you, Tabitha, but my eyes have really been opened. We'll be back after some music.
In the shadow of the valley, I would like to settle down. Wide open space, wind on my face, a distant horizon, the moon on the crest. In the shadow of the valley that I love best, you have always waited for me, and you always will be there. Sagebrush and pine, old friends of mine. A little bit further, I will find my rest in the shadow of the valley that I love best. Wandered many places, but they're all the same to me. Nowhere I found to settle down. A little bit further, I'll find my rest in the shadow of the valley that I love best. In the shadow of the valley that I love best.
We're back with best friend Tabitha, who is telling us why humans should
Stay the hell away!
keep their distance from the state of Utobitha.
Thank you, Rhonda. That's a good point. As you know, one of the many benefits of living in Utobitha is the ready availability of pet centaurs.
Ooh, I love the the centaurs. They're just so cute.
Exactly, Rhonda. Who could resist those sweet little faces and that cute way they shuffle around on all those hands they have? But humans must be so caught up with their pleasant features that they forget the most important thing about centaurs.
And what might that be, best friend Tabitha?
Centaurs eat humans, Rhonda! You see, humans are a lot smaller and much more tender than you or I, so centaurs naturally see them as food.
Ah, that would make it hard for them to get along, wouldn't it?
Indeed. Given the situation, I had to make a hard choice when I created Utobitha. Do we invite weak, greedy humans who would just die anyway? Or cute, lovable centaurs who fight and die for us and ask nothing in return? After much deliberation, I went with the centaurs.
And there you have it, Utobitha. The next time you play with a huggable, lovable centaur, remember that best friend Tabitha made it all possible. Once again with our beloved leader, best friend Tabitha. Why don't you tell our listeners what you just told me?
I was just saying that I think there's a fundamental misunderstanding about the mutants here in the state of Utobitha.
And what would that be?
I believe that the mutants here are generally considered to dislike humans, and nothing could be further from the truth. During their stay here, mutants are taught to tolerate and even accept the existence of inferior, frail creatures, humans included.
Ooh, how insightful. So then, how do you think this misunderstanding came about?
My guess is that it has something to do with the fact that every mutant in the state of Utobitha has been given explicit orders regarding security. Those orders naturally include shooting humans on sight, or pounding them with whatever happens to be handy, guns being in short supply, you see. As I've explained, there are numerous dangers to humans here, and we have a duty to drive them away. It's for their own good, really.
Makes sense to me. And the silly humans think we don't care. For shame. Stick around, Utobitha, for more after this.
Remember the good old days where the Master ruled over us all?
When his gentle, compelling, and yet oddly insistent voice crawled through your mind and told you exactly what to do?
Do you miss a time when you didn't have to think for yourself and enjoyed lazy days of following the bellowed commands of others?
Those days can be yours again. For best friend Tabitha, the esteemed leader of the state of Utobitha, is here to tell you what to do.
That's right. I, Tabitha, will take on the burden of your obedience.
Acceptance into Utobitha pending best friend Tabitha's approval. Best friend Tabitha reserves the right to turn down applicants for any reason, including whimsy or boredom. Acceptance into Utobitha open to mutants only. Former human servants of the Master conditionally accepted for purposes of centaur feeding duties. Dismemberment may occur.
Utobitha, come. Take a load off your mind.
Drowning in these blues. mind. I'm going under, getting over you. I'm going under, drowning in the blue. I'm down so doggone low, I have to look up to see the soles of my shoes. I'm going under, getting over you. Now I walk around with my heart on the ground, hurt and lonely since I don't have you. I'm barely hanging on, I'm almost gone. And now I wish I hadn't been untrue. I'm going under, getting over you. I'm going under, drowning in the blue. I'm down so doggone low, I have to look up to see the soles of my shoes. I'm going under, getting over you. I'm going under, getting over you.
Welcome to another episode of Know Your Mutants. Special guest star, best friend Tabitha, is with us in the studio to share her insights on this topic that affects us all.
Thank you, Rhonda. Today, I'd like to talk about a subject near and dear to my heart, the Nightkin.
Ooh, you must know a lot about the Nightkin, best friend Tabitha, seeing as how you are one.
That's true, Rhonda. I am in a unique position to speak to the natural superiority of my kind. Our story begins, as most stories do, with the Master. Our glorious leader had created the super mutants, but something nagged at him. That's right. My position of supreme authority must never be questioned.
One last thing. Is there any truth to the rumor that all Nightkin are slightly crazy from their overuse of psychologically damaging pre-war technology?
None at all, Rhonda.
There you have it, Utobitha. Nightkin, your benevolent overlords, who are most certainly not crazy. We'll be back after this.
I'm so blue without you. Thought our love was true. Then you found someone new. You loved me so, but let me go.
Know Your Mutants. Today, we're proud to have best friend Tabitha with us. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here, Rhonda. You look good.
So what type of mutant did you want to talk about this time, best friend Tabitha?
I thought I'd briefly talk about first-generation super mutants, Rhonda.
Ooh, what can you tell us about them?
What we call the first generation of super mutants, Rhonda, were actually created by the Master himself. Like everything the Master took a direct hand in, they were better than the ones who came later. The ones made by accident. They were smarter, almost as smart as Nightkin, and were able to think and act for themselves. However, the first generation seems to have some kind of suicidal urge that they can't control.
How terrible. What makes you say that, best friend Tabitha?
So far, all first-generation super mutants that have come to Utopia have left not soon after.
How strange. Why would anyone leave the safety and comfort that Utopia provides?
Why indeed, Rhonda. But now there's not a single first-generation super mutant in Utopia.
Except Neil.
Except Neil.
Well, I think we've learned something today. Let's go to the music.
Play the guitar, play it again, my Johnny. Maybe you're cold, but you're so warm inside. I was always a fool for my Johnny, for the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar. What if you go? What if you stay? I love you. What if you're cruel? You can be kind. I know. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar. There was never a man like my Johnny, like the one they call Johnny Guitar. Play it again, Johnny Guitar.
You're listening to another edition of Know Your Mutants with best friend Tabitha. So, best friend Tabitha, who will we learn about today?
I guess it's time we talked about the Dum-Dums.
Oh, you mean the second generation super mutants who aren't so bright?
That's them. Dum-Dums. That is,
They're very big and strong.
Yes, they're just as big as other mutants and as strong as they look. Beyond that,
And there's a lot of them.
oh Oh, yeah. Dum-dums are the most common type of mutant that most travelers will encounter, and make up more than half the mutants here in Utobitha.
Best friend Tabitha, some of our listeners may wonder how you can call them dum-dums on the air like this.
That's a good question, Rhonda.
Thank you.
The truth is, they're so dumb, they don't even know that I'm talking about them right now.
And that's another revealing look at mutant kind. Second-generation super mutants. Big, numerous, dumb. More after this.
Tell me what's in a kiss. If your heart's not in it, we could have wedded bliss. If we'd only begin it, I'm feeling low down. You know what I'm talking about. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. This old house ain't a home with no love inside it. We set out pretty strong. Now we just can't fight it. I'm leaving today. I don't wanna argue or shout. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. What's the use in buying a car if you won't buy gasoline? We used to be 2 under par, now we can't get on the green. I don't know where it went, but it sure went a-flying. Love's like dough that's been spent. Now there's no use of crying. Tell me, where can I go? East or west or north or due south? You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. I'll pick it up. What's the use in buying a car if you won't buy gasoline? We used to be 2 under par, now we can't get on the green. I don't know where it went, but it sure went a-flying. Love's like dough that's been spent. Now there's no use of crying. Tell me, where can I go? East or west or north or due south? You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out.
Utobitha, I'm here with best friend Tabitha, who has a message for all the dum-dums out there.
It has come to my attention that some of you dum-dums took me a little too seriously in the past when I warned you about the battle cattle. While battle cattle are indeed a dangerous foe, they are one that should be fought ferociously. Recently, I've heard about several incidents where some of you have been running away from a fight where battle cattle were involved. This is not acceptable! No self-respecting soldier of Utobitha should ever be seen running like a scared little human! I don't even know why I try. It's not like the dum-dums are even going to understand this.
You heard her, Utobitha. Beware the battle cattle, but don't fear the battle cattle. More after this.
It's a sin, my darling, how I love you, because I know our love can never be. It's a sin to keep this memory of you when silence proves that you've forgotten me. The dream I built for us has tumbled. each promise broken like my heart. It's a sin, my darling, how I love you, so much in love and yet so far apart. It's a sin to hide behind this heartache, to make believe that I've found someone new. It's a sin to say that I don't miss you, when people know I'm still in love with you. I'm sure you're happy with another who shares a love I couldn't win. Why pretend that I can't live without you, when deep inside I know that it's a sin.
Welcome back, Utobitha. I have with me best friend Tabitha, who has something important she'd like to share.
Well, Rhonda, I'm a little concerned about the number of humans that keep coming to Black Mountain.
Humans? Here? Oh, why do you think they do that?
Honestly, I think they're a little jealous of the ideal society we've built here, Rhonda, and I can't blame them. We have everything we need here. Food, shelter, safety, entertainment. It really is a paradise.
There's no arguing with the truth, is there?
But humans need to be aware that Black Mountain is no place for them. In fact, it's even dangerous for them here.
Why is that?
First of all, there's the radiation. That warm, peaceful glow that we all know and love doesn't have the same effect on humans. You see, humans are weak and have an inherent defect that causes them to fall apart when exposed to radiation.
That sounds terrible. How do they stand it? Radiation's like everywhere.
I know. They truly have a hard lot in life, which may explain why they're so irritable all the time.
I don't know about you, Utobitha, but my eyes have really been opened. We'll be back after some music.
I can see that lone star from 1,000 miles away, calling me back home, though I ventured far astray. When I see that beacon shining for me all alone, it calls me back to Texas and to home. Lone star, shine down on my hometown, fill my memory, light my way. Cattle in the old corral, the open range all round, sunlight and the smell of new mown hay. I remember, though I've wandered and much happiness I've found, still I wish that I could be back there today. I know my home is waiting for me by the river's shore. I know that all the ones I love would welcome me once more. In dreams I see them now, though it seems I'm bound to roam. My thoughts are still of Texas and of home. and the smell of new mown hay. I remember though I've wandered and much happiness I've found, still I wish that I could be back there today. I know my home is waiting for me by the river's shore. I know that all the ones I love would welcome me once more. In dreams I see them now, though it seems I'm bound to roam. My thoughts are still of Texas and of home.
You're listening to Radio Free Utopia, bringing truth to Utopians 24 hours a day. Welcome.
I still miss you, Rhonda, after all these years.
Also joining us from his lock cell is Raul Tejada, master mechanic who can be executed at any time. Hello, Raul, or should that be hola?
Oh, either one works.
Today you die, Raul! I command it!
Ooh, Raul, Supreme Commander Tabitha says you die today. Any reaction?
I'm going to obey Supreme Tabitha. Claro. Whatever she say. Just I feel so bad I die before I fix her special robot.
Stars of the midnight ranges, shining through the night. Stars of the midnight ranges, light my way tonight. While my herd is grazing, guide them till the dawn. Watch them while I'm sleeping, till the stars are gone. Candles up in heaven, lend your light so strange, guide my weary doggie. Stars of the midnight rain.
Welcome, Utopia, to another episode of Know Your Mutants. Today, we're proud to have best friend Tabitha with us. Welcome to the show.
Good to be here, Rhonda. You look good.
So what type of mutant did you want to talk about this time, best friend Tabitha?
I thought I'd briefly talk about first-generation super mutants, Rhonda.
Ooh, what can you tell us about them?
What we call the first generation of super mutants, Rhonda, were actually created by the Master himself. Like everything the Master took a direct hand in, they were better than the ones who came later. the ones made by accident. They were smarter, almost as smart as Nightkin, and were able to think and act for themselves. However, the first generation seems to have some kind of suicidal urge that they can't control.
How terrible. What makes you say that, best friend Tabitha?
So far, all first-generation super mutants that have come to Utobitha have left not soon after.
How strange. Why would anyone leave the safety and comfort that Utobitha provides?
Why indeed, Rhonda. But now there's not a single first-generation super mutant in Utobitha.
Except Neil.
Except Neil.
Well, I think we've learned something today. Let's go to the music.
I've wrangled and I've rambled and I've rodeoed around. I never once thought of settling down. But darling, the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew my rambling days were through.
Made up my mind a long time ago. When the right man came along, somehow I'd know. Heart is true, eyes as blue, and a smile as wide as a western sky.
Let's ride into the sunset together, stirrup to stirrup, side by side. When the day is through, I'll be here with you. Into the sunset we will ride. Yodelay-hoo, yodelay-hoo, yodelay-yodelay-yodelay.
I'll be your cowgirl, you'll be my cowboy.
You'll be my Dale, I'll be your Roy.
When the day is done, homeward we'll be wending, like a movie with a happy ending. Let's ride into the sunset together, stirrup to stirrup, side by side.